Tax reforms. North has taken Nigeria for a ride for too long. Yes, they have. Draining energy from the south, says Fatbomoda. Yes, so they have taken us for a ride for too long. We are wiser now. We are not going to be believing all that bullshit that they are saying. And the tax reform bill is it only wants to favor the south. It has been favoring you people for a very long time. People are just shipping where you did not sow. Really, they have been draining energy from us. Truly. We are the ones working, they are the ones eating. Monkey they work, baboon they chop. Fatbomoda says Nigeria's regional differences make Tinubu's tax reform unfeasible, call for regional autonomy. Secretary of the Eminent Elders Forum, Dr. Fatbomoda, has said it is time for the South to call the bluff of the North, saying that the federal policies which favor the North, citing the federal character and quota systems, have drained resources and energy in the South, while benefiting only a small group of northern elites. Fatbomoda said this in an interview with Arise News on Sunday while discussing the opposition of northern leaders to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's tax reform bills, where he also said that the tax reform bills can never work because Nigeria is not a unified country and cannot be unified at all, because of the different customs and traditions practiced by a different region, and as such, a unitary tax reform bill cannot be adopted by the whole country. He said, the North at the flip of a switch are able to shout northern interests. Southerners are laid back, hoping that, oh, we are civilized, we don't want to talk about tribalism. Tribalism is at play. We are pretentious about this matter. Yes, look, the North has taken us for a ride for too long. They forced federal character on Nigeria over 40 years. They forced quota system on Nigeria over 40 years. Have they benefited from it? Only the tiny clique in the North is holding the whole country to ransom. Yes, so it's enough time for Nigeria to wake up. We are not together. North nor South. Exactly. If all the Northerners are even benefiting from it, now we will know. But most of them are not educated. It's only the rich ones that are benefiting from all this money. Keeping it for themselves alone, while their people are suffering. Now they are talking, the allies, the few allies in the North, as if the bottle is about to be removed from their mouth. Exactly. That's what they are doing. They are shouting. They have formed the league now, League of Northern Democrats. The governor of Bauchi was talking. They won't be able to pay salaries again. They won't be able to do that. I can't be saying that you cannot pay salaries again. So what exactly do you bring to the table? So you are just relying on government money, on allocations given to you. Is that what you are using to pay salaries? People are not bringing anything to the table. Now you are complaining. Look, the North has damaged Nigeria fundamentally with this attitude. Who are the Nigerians who are jackpotting now? They are Southerners. The South invested in education massively in the 50s and the 60s. The product now have been driven out of Nigeria. Can you find the Fulani man in London or in New York practicing medicine or practicing engineering? It is the Yorubas, the Igbos, Southerners that are marginalized. It is time to call the bluff of the North, yes. Not because we even support what Tinubu is doing, but we have to converse about Nigeria. Nigeria is not, we are pretentious. Let's go to the brass tracks. That's why we are calling for regionalization. The North is separate from the South. That is just the truth, unless we are deceiving ourselves. Exactly. This tax matter will not unite Nigerians if we concede to the North that they get more VAT for doing what? Exactly, people are not bringing anything to the table. They got federal character for 40 years. What have they done with it? They got quota for 40 years. What have they done with it? They're just being sports. They don't want to wake up to the reality that they are not doing well. Exactly. In 2025, they should still be spoon feeding you. You cannot pay salaries. You cannot do this. You cannot do that. Complaining about everything. They are not doing well. They are not performing. And when you compromise, you kill the South. The energy is being sucked out of the South in trying to remedy and carry the North along. We should be tired of carrying them along. In all honesty, somebody has to call their bluff. There is no alternative to the South calling the bluff of the North, he added. Fatbomoda also said that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is too focused on the implementation of his controversial tax reform bill when there are more urgent issues that Nigeria needs to be resolved. He said the president is not focusing in the right direction. Just one item alone, inheritance tax. The North has a different perspective on Sharia. The Southwest has different customs. The East has different approach. By trying to do a unitary tax system when we are all having a different flavor of life, is that not a road to nowhere? Abio. On that account alone, I will not really agree on what President Tinubu is trying to do. In all honesty, President Tinubu is focused on this tax matter that is going to be the mantra of his administration. Let's assume that if the tax bill is passed in the next 3-4 months, what next? Mr. President is taking his reputation, his political acumen on the tax bill, but there are many issues he's supposed to have faced that he's not talking about. Civil service is blighted. Civil servants are just looking to find a means to survive. They are not operating organically with the government. They are not, exactly. Civil service, those ones, they are from another world entirely, I'm telling you. Olasanye reports, President said he would do it within 12 weeks. He has done nothing about it. In 2023, the President announced a 500 billion naira agri project. What has happened to it? He didn't implement it. Now, we have livestock ministry. I know now that they are looking for offices in Abuja. When are we going to get the first cow from the livestock ministry? So overall, the focus on tax bill is totally not what Nigeria should be looking at now. There are more serious fundamental reforms. Tax bill is not the reform that we want. The country has to be reorganized and let us all live separately. But as good neighbors, we are different. It's just a fact. We can gloss over it from here to eternity, he added. See, it's the truth. This man Fakponda, he's saying the truth. Fakponda also questioned the feasibility of Tinubu's tax reform, given Nigeria's current economic challenges. As he said, the president might use all his authority, all the presidential powers to get it through, and then what? What are the two elements in the tax reform? You are considering no tax to the lowest people, 130 million Nigerians who are destitute, then you want to tax the big companies. The big companies are folding up. They are leaving Nigeria. They cannot afford diesel to run generators. Even the ones they manufacture, no sales. There's poor demand, so who will pay the tax? Is it run-down companies that will pay the tax? Anybody earning below 70,000 naira, no tax. Okay, so where is the money coming from? And when the money comes, to be spent on what? To be spent on deficits, to be spent on paying back loans that we have taken, that we have exhausted, that we have stolen. Is that it? What are we going to use the tax for? It's not tax that we need. Okay, let him get it through. Fine. But is that the end of the tunnel? It is not, in my opinion. But the president needs to be advised. It's now almost 2 years that he has been in the saddle. It's time to think. His presidential chat he had, it was so cocksure of everything. But that's not the reality of all. It's not cocksure. This February, it will be 2 years since he was elected. It will be 2 years. It's time to just reappraise issues. He is hanging in the air. We on the ground. We are not feeling what he's trying to do. He might be well-meaning, but he's not in the right direction at all. At all. Chidoka Marshall says, Fakponda is correct. Regional government or division of North and South will be better. Decision due to differences, exactly. Adewale Bode says, well spoken, sir. Yes, so this man says the whole truth. The whole truth, though. Momi Yusuf says, well done, Southwest Elder Fakponda. You have spoken well, sir. He has really spoken well. My listeners, over to you. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, to share, and subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.